It's just in. Live Your Truth is now the number one podcast in the evening. Taibu Muadi and Shay. They don't know. Yeah. How cold it is. It's cold out there, y'all. Out here in these streets. It's amazing. It amazes me that they still don't know. How come they don't know? No one's life is the Cosby Show. Killer cops is nothing new to melanated people, bro. Not in the America that locks us up for mega bucks and legalized prostitutes so the mob can get their cut. CIA agents bringing dope in from the south and spread it through the hood so we can take each other out. The sadness in the hood isn't just some recent shit. It's the same thing that you can see on a slave ship. Trauma passed through generations lead to a peculiar life. Can't believe in freedom even if one of your parents white. I'ma do it right cause I'm conscious and I know the way. I got roots in Africa. Pittsburgh was my birthing place. International businessman from inmate 15208. African Messiah, dog. Someone had to save the day. All you want is metaphors about the clubs and freaking whores. Stacking up some paper, flashy cars, and them foreign tours. Don't you know it's war they coming after you with all they got? It starts out in the Congress here. And the folks that scheme and plot. Once they pass the laws, it's on you and I to know what's up. And since we don't, that's how come the jails are jam-packed with us. I got my fist raised. Unity is in my heart, no matter who you are. Come and live your truth, that's how it starts. Yeah, that's how it starts. All right. It's going down. I didn't get the last, they don't know, but that's all right. We're going to get it. We're going to get it together, y'all. Taibu Muadi, make it happen. It's going down, man. The podcast with the hottest intro. Y'all might as well just come on for the intro. If I can get her to do that a second time, locking it down, man, in the evenings. Tips for parents and teens. Now, what y'all don't know is that even if you don't have a teen and their kids is young, trust me, you're going to want these tips tonight, man. We ain't going to play no games. I'm going to get right into it. Shay has a right or wrong segment. We ain't heard from her in a while. That's a good thing, man. So stay locked in. I appreciate y'all. When you hear this sound, make sure you write it down. I got a weird, the volume is weird on that. When you hear that sound, write it down. Taibu Muadi right here. Just with some tips for y'all tonight for raising teens. Now, my daughter's 18. I have a 22-year-old. I want you to know, connect with your kids. Not in a way, we talked about being friends. I'm not talking about that, but I'm saying connect with your kids. Let your kids know where you stand, all right? Shout out to all you parents out there that have a real connection with your young people because that's so important these days, right? Because dope, drugs, violence, guns, sex, all these types of things are making a connection with your young person, right? Their hormones is going crazy. Online stuff is making them see stuff that we didn't really get a chance to see, not that much of it, right? To where it's in our soul at such a young age. Man, I'm telling you right now, what are we going to do? So make sure that you have a deeper, please work hard to have a deeper connection with your young people than these things out here in the streets that want to take them down. All right. Taibu Muadi right here, man. We're going to jump right into it. I'm going to get the screen share going. So I have these tips for you. All right. Just want to make sure that y'all get them the right way. Okay. So when we look at certain things, we know that people aren't taking advantage of opportunities with their kids to connect with them. Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to all think about what's the most calm way to handle when your teen is acting out, right? We become so punitive on our own children. We think we get nervous and we all freak out like, you know, we don't know what to do. But that's all right though. Give yourself a chance, right? For 1 second, then you might look at the whole situation a lot differently. Okay. Take a step back for a second and just think, if I treat my kids this way, what's going to be the outcome? You know, if I have nothing, if I don't have anything from my kids but punishment, how can I continue to connect with them when every time they do something that I think they shouldn't do? Because clearly they're doing it because they think they should do it. Isn't that why we did stuff when we were young that didn't make no sense? So come on, parents, connect with your young people. Like, you can't always talk punishment. Not that you should fall back on being strict or giving them, guidance and keeping them back on the straight and narrow. But how can punishment be the only way of getting them? I'm gonna give y'all that y'all gonna appreciate. All right. So we're gonna screen share these tips. I want y'all to stick with me for a couple seconds just to get it down. I want you to know I appreciate y'all on Instagram, Facebook, and my YouTubers out there as I built this platform. There. All right. So the peaceful game plan, right? Peaceful, right? There's so much going on outside your home. Let your home be a place of peace. If your home is a place of peace, they'll always be able to hear you, because all they have on their phones and outside your home is noise. Make sense? When you hear this sound, write it down. Like me and my daughter, my only girl, like, it was tough for me to be the disciplinarian, offer some nurturing, but mostly give her guidance and try to inspire her to do something special with her life. It was tough for me to do all of that. So what I had to make sure was at home, there was peace. Developed her a princess bedroom. The apartment wasn't much, but it was ours, and there was peace. Yeah, I brought friends over. I brought family over. We had birthday parties. It was peace. And, she was a latchkey kid because I was working my butt off to make sure she had everything that she wanted and needed. And so she was there, and it was peace for her, y'all. Then she got friends. They had to be approved by dad. And then it was peaceful for her. And for the most part, she didn't really ever talk to me or open up to me. We went through a tough situation, man. But, I was able to just put enough of influence, of peace, of wholeness, of support, man, so that she, man, took off with it. All right. So let's not be punitive. Let's go right into it. 12 tips for peaceful parenting. Offer your kids peace. If I've done nothing, I've put women up on game about how to pick a good man, men up on game. This is my, just before Live Your Truth with You're a Mess, I gave men opportunities to look at how to look at picking a good woman. I went through my own relationship issues during the show, throughout the podcasting career I've had so far, still with her, working that thing out. Because that's really what it's all about, right? Working through things as you build. So we can't fall apart when our teens act out. It just doesn't make much sense, right? Let's put together a game plan. All right. Let's see. You may not feel like you have much influence on your child these days, But teens' behavior is highly correlated with the strength of their bond with their parents. Now, many of us are dealing with mixed families, are we not? So shout out to the stepmoms and stepdads out there being supportive of their partner as they deal with a troubled teen. Okay? How do we form this bond? Well, I just gave y'all one huge way. Make sure the household is peaceful so they can hear you. All right? If you raise your child a certain way, but then you feel like they're straying away from how you was raising them, how do you make that bond strong? Put your hands up, get in the comment section. How do you believe you make that bond strong? Okay? I want to know from y'all. I'm just typing in here. How do you make that bond strong? Because the bond might be strong. You just might have to make it stronger as they're going through different stuff, right? Let's be honest about that. I'm going to be silent to y'all, say something. Y'all, the creepers, y'all just out there watching my podcast. How do you make that bond stronger? Once y'all bond gets tested as they get older, they're past adolescence, they're having their own ideas when they go their own way. How do you make that bond stronger? Oops. It says is how they behave is directly correlated to the bond you have with them. Once you guys get tested, come on, people. How do you make that bond stronger? I just want to know. I want y'all to give me some suggestions first before I shoot out, because we have to be interactive. My podcast, when I have more than just picture in picture, when I have the nice stuff that Kevin Samuels had, and old crazy girl that's not giving out very good advice has. What's her name? Kendra, or whatever. When I have nice stuff on my screen, it's still going to be me enlightening you guys. All right. So these are just tips, but this introduction is real. And so let's talk about that. Teens' behavior is highly correlated with the strength of their bonds with their parents. Now, a lot of you don't know what the word correlated means. So let me go ahead and break that down for you. And that's not a put down. It's just I want to bring you guys up to speed. We're going to go to the definition of correlated. All right. Bam. We're going to get that thing going. I'm going to share that. I want y'all to get this down. All right. Got to make sure I get you guys to understand what's going on here. Because if you don't, you just don't. All right. Correlated. Having a mutual relationship or connection in which one thing affects or depends on the other. All right. Stop sharing right there. When y'all watch this podcast or y'all send somebody else to it, that's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to send somebody else to this podcast and tell them, listen for the definition. I'm teaching y'all. That's what muad'Dib means in Arabic. It means educator. All right, let's go. The answer to the question of how you build a stronger bond with your teens, how you establish a deeper connections, is that you spend time with them. Quick short story. I got convicted for a crime I didn't commit. I'm still looking for them. I'm still writing books. I'm still going to get justice for the people that did that to me. When I got out, though, distance between my son and I, he was depressed when I was locked up, my oldest boy. And real rap, he had put on a whole bunch of weight. So when I got back, I was like, come on, let's go work out. You know, that's what I do. I got you, bro. And I'm thinking, he thinking, oh, dad's home. We're going to take care of it. You know, we're going to get it right. You know, without question, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make it happen. But that wasn't what he was thinking. He was thinking, oh, snap. You know, I'm happy to see my dad, but I should have knew he was going to be on that. You know what I'm saying? He pulled away. I'm talking about wouldn't answer my phone call. This is my grown son. I'm talking about pushed away. So I had to do what? Spend time with him. Not time talking about his issues. Not time talking about his weight. Not time talking about how we're going to fix it. Just spend time with him. I'd take him all the way out in Milwaukee to a gaming lounge and just spend time with him. Did stuff that he wanted to do. When I say spend time with your child, doesn't mean take them out and they cringing the whole time wondering when you're going to bring it up. Just go kick it with them. That's how you do it. Get into their world for a little bit. Let's go. Good relationships between teenagers and their parents, as rated by both, are positively correlated with school success and general happiness, as rated by the teen and also by those around. By contrast, weak or conflictual parent-teen relationships are correlated with early sexual activity, thinking they grown, experimentation with drugs and alcohol, mannish, trying to be grown. The teen's involvement in violence as either perpetrator or victim, and suicide. Okay. Let's get into the tips. It says, remember you're a parent and a friend. This one says some good stuff, y'all, but I want to ex-nay the friend part, right? Like let's act like it says, remember you're a parent and a mentor, but definitely not a friend, right? You're just never gonna be on the same plateau as your child. That's the healthy respect and boundary you should always have. I used to tell my kids, I'll play with you and I can play with you, but don't never play with me. And that's how I want y'all to keep it out there. So this is, remember you're a parent and a mentor. Remember you're a parent and a guide. Definitely not a friend. The love bond between a child and their parent is deep enough. We don't need the friendship thing. Put us. You got plenty of, there's billions of people on this earth. You can find you some friends. That's not for us. All right. Love and respect me as dad, or as, if you have a mom as your mom, however it goes. But that friendship, you can tell some Europeans made this. But they talking about some good stuff. Let's go. Teens crave the security of knowing their parents understand them. How many of you felt threatened when you no longer understood your child? Let's be honest. And then what's worse is you don't understand them and they ain't trying to open up. That's that emoji right there, right? But it says, appreciate them and love them no matter what. Now we might stop being able to understand our kids, but we can show them our appreciation for who they are and love them no matter what. All right. So they do want the relationship to be a form of friendship. Yeah, but we don't always get what we want. Stay away from that friendship part, parents. You don't want to go on that road. But they also need to feel like they have some independence. So sometimes you may feel a bit shut out. If you can navigate your closeness in an accepting way, it doesn't take advantage of your role as a parent to tell your child what to do. He or she is more likely to open up and share with you. Tell your kid what to do. Always tell your kid what to do. You should know better than them. As long as it's positive productive, tell your kids what to do. As long as you feel like you have to ask your kids what to do when it comes to technology. I ask my kids all the time, man, how I do that. But listen, parents, get comfortable telling your kids what to do, whether they want to accept it or not. Please don't get yourself into a place where the child is the parent and you're the child, begging and pleading with them to do something. Kids supposed to beg and plead the parent to do something. Mom, can please go outside? You know what I'm saying? These days, the kids are got the parents begging and pleading them to do stuff. Please don't fall into that trap. When you hear that sound, write it down. I'm telling you right now. All right. If they want independence, they have to make the right choices with it. That's it. Does a close friendship erode your team's respect for you? Yes. 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 It does. Right? So we're gonna skip all that part. Excuse me, I'm yelling in front of y'all. We're gonna skip that part. As close you want to be your team, sometimes you will have to pull rank and say no. If they're doing it often, that's a red flag that something is wrong. See, that's the whole reason. That's what they're saying. They go right into the reason why I'm not just validated. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't be your team's friend, because eventually you're going to have to do some parenting. So let me open that door. A red flag, something's wrong, but sometimes your team will be looking to you to set limits they can't set for themselves. That's true. All right. And of course, sometimes your team will be able to use your guidance to come up with a win-win solution that answers your concerns. That's right. That's why I'm saying stick to the guide, the mentor, all that other stuff, man. That friendship stuff is for the birds. Establish dependable time together. Be sure to check in every single day. All right. Even teams who seem to have forgotten who their parents are the other 23 hours a day, they respond well to a good night hug and a check-in chat once they're chilling. In addition to these short daily check-ins, establish a regular weekly routine for doing something special with your team, even if it's just going out for ice cream or for a walk together. I told y'all what I tell y'all. Spend time with them and build that bond. This stuff right here. Number 2 is definitely, that's a bond strengthener. Do that. Get on that. This is peaceful parenting, y'all. Peaceful parenting your teens. Parent actively and appropriately. Don't invite rebellion by refusing to acknowledge that your son or daughter is growing up and needs more freedom, but don't be afraid to ask where your kids are going. All right? And get to know your kids' friends and their friends' parents. Try to be there after school. The biggest danger zone for drug use and sex isn't Saturday night. It's between 3 and 6 p.m. on weekdays. The biggest danger zone for drug use and sex isn't Saturday night. It's between 3 and 6 on weekdays. Arrange flex time at work so your child, can be under adult supervision during these times. It's Taibu Muad'Dib. I know I'm putting y'all up on game. If y'all didn't know that, thank the show. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just search for a Taibu Muad'Dib. You'll see me looking all Stone Cold Podcast. I'll put the picture up there at some point. Let's go. Keep your standards high, right? Your team, they want to be his or her best self. If they don't, that's why you keep the standards high, to remind them that they do come from great stock, and they do have a future, positive future. Your team wants to be his or her best self. Our job as parents is to support them in doing that, but don't expect your child to achieve goals you decide for them. All right. Make it a priority to eat meals together. Can't say enough about that. Just can't say enough about it. Keep the lines of communication humming. If you don't know what's going on, you lose all hope of influencing the outcome. Encourage good self-care, such as the 9.5 hours of sleep every teen needs and a good diet. Come on, you single moms, y'all out there, man. Stop pointing the finger at they deadbeat dads because you the deadbeat that slept with them. And then go ahead and point the thumb. Make sure them kids is getting their rest and having a good diet. If that means tell them to turn their phones in at a certain time of night at the door before they hit their bedroom, that's what you do, whatever it takes. They don't know what they need, you do, so do it. Continue family meetings. Held regularly at mutually agreed upon time. Family meetings provide a forum for discussing triumphs, grievances, sibling disagreements, schedules, any topic of concern to any family member. Ground rules will help. Everyone gets a chance to talk, one person at a time. Let's go. Let's go with the family meetings, y'all. Keep kids safe and connected to the family by keeping computers in your common space. All right. It can be hard for parents to track what the teens do online because they usually know more about the computer than we do. But research shows that they'll be less tempted to spend time doing things you disapprove of if the computer is in a common space. Makes sense? Don't push that teen into independence before they're ready. Make agreements and teach your child to make repairs. If you raise your child with punishment and now she's breaking the rules and lying to, it's never too late to help him or her learn responsibility. But to start, he or she has to value the relationship with you. That means you need to stop punishing and start listening. Go, Taibu. Go on, Taibu. Go on, Taibu. It's a tricky dance, but punishment will make things worse, and he or she has to choose the repair. And yet you are still insisting that they do so. All right. Stay connected, even as he or she moves into the world. Bam, there it is. Peaceful parenting. Peaceful parenting, everybody. Give it up for the peaceful parents out there. Let's go. I really appreciate you guys for jumping on the show. Like I said, we may get a right or wrong segment. I'm going to check on that real quick. Bottom line. Check on that real quick. So how's everybody doing out there? What's going on, official? Man, I was giving tips for the teens, man. You got to go over here on YouTube and check me out, bro. Or watch the replay. But I'm definitely breaking it down for y'all tonight. I'm happy to give this information. Tap in. You already know what it is. Let's go. So, man, I'll be falling asleep. I'm yawning. Like, you can't take forever. I'm tired. Like, just jump in. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You be saying that like 40 minutes in. Just jump in. I swear.
Really?
Yeah, because I can't stay awake. Shit, I get my information out the way, and then I'm ready to do my thing. Shit. Didn't even bring a bottle of water, a cup of ice, or nothing.
Her not done.
That's what you was back there doing?
No, I didn't do it.
Well, people are hopping off because you taking all day. Say it to everybody. I mean, they can hop out there once now. That's still what it is. Mm-hmm. It's your right or wrong segment. We arguing about your right or wrong segment. She said she want to do it.
What's up, everybody?
She'll never talk loud either. That's crazy. All right. We're going to go to her screen share. Check it out. And she can tell us about it.
I know y'all all heard about the 65-year-old lady in Houston that went into a convenience store. It's like a CVS or a Walgreens, something like that. So she goes in and she sees this $50 bill on the floor. You see a $50 bill on the floor, you're like, oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you. I needed this gas money, and put it in their pocket. But she picked it up and she showed the cashier and she was like, oh, I found $50. So the cashier was like, I guess she like thought about it. She was like, oh, that's Caleb's $50.
Mm.
And the lady looking like, I don't know who no Caleb is. You know what I'm saying?
Don't even know.
She's like, I'm keeping this money. And then I start arguing with her like, ma'am, that's somebody else's money. You need to give it to us. And she looking like, no, I found this on the floor. So This is my money.
Finders keepers.
So
she sold it to him because she was happy, or?
Yeah. Like, oh, I found $50 on the floor. You know what I'm saying? She ain't like tell him. She just like, oh, I found $50. Right. You know what I'm saying? But she right there in front of him. So wait, let me give y'all the whole breakdown of the story before we see it.
Break it down first and get some drink.
So
let's break it down, y'all.
After that, she was like, oh, well, I'm finna go. So she started walking towards the door. They go and lock the door. So they done locked her in the store. and like confronting her like, you need to give us that $50. We know who $50 it is. It's not yours. Da da da. All that. So the 65-year-old lady, she like, hold up. I found this money. And if you talking about this Caleb need to come get the money because I'm not giving y'all the money, or you need to call your supervisor. You know what I'm saying? They just going back and forth. So I guess by this time she done called her granddaughter, to come up there. So she trying to get out the door. She pushing her cart and she start bumping the lady. So the other lady grabs her, like in a chokehold, grabs her, and they like, you need to give us this money. We're gonna call the police, all this stuff. So my question to you guys, was it right or wrong for her to tell them that she found $50? Like, if that was you, if you found $50, would you go and tell the people that work there that you found it on the floor? Or would that be something that you kept to yourself? So I want to know what y'all think. We're going to watch this clip. And y'all let me know what y'all think about it.
Caught on camera. 3 convenience store employees seen in it are now without jobs.
Yeah, but some say they should be criminally charged for assaulting a 65-year-old grandmother.
Jason Miles is at the Austin County Courthouse where activists gathered earlier today, bringing attention to the video. Jason.
Hey there, guys. Yeah, the folks who gathered here today are demanding the DA file charges immediately, asking what else do you need other than this video? Lindemann Grocery in Industry, Texas, has been a hub in this tiny town since the 1880s. But longtime customer Betty Smith says she'll never be back.
I mean, they just jumped all over me and choked me in.
Surrounded today by Houston-based activists, including Quanell X.
This county has to stand up and do what is right.
Smith recalled a visit to the store on January 15th, during which she found a $50 bill on the floor.
And I said, well, look at here. I said, my lucky day.
But that quickly changed when she says a trio of store employees prevented her from leaving, locking the door before, as you can see in this footage, things turned physical, including after it appears Smith also made a motion toward an employee.
She was spitting all in my face, and I said, spit, please, don't come out of my mouth. I was too scared to spit in her face.
I'm told Smith's daughter was arrested after showing up on the scene and allegedly assaulting one of the employees, none of whom have been charged, although the store tells me it fired them immediately.
When you turn around and step on one of us, we all come.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it right there. And you didn't miss the whole thing.
I'm good. Third week anyway.
Really? Wow. Let's see how
They arrested her? My bad.
they arrested the granddaughter who came up there with a robe on.
Wow.
But my thing is, would you announce if you found $50 on the floor? Or would you just slide it on in your pocket? Because anybody can say, yeah, that's my $50. You know what I'm saying? But they did say, oh, that's Caleb's $50. So they did go back and show, I guess somebody came, he bought some beer. And when he pulled the beer off the shelf, you could see the $50 and he, walked out the store and it fell on the floor. So I guess he asked for like cash back or something. He just set it right there on the thing and his beer. When he grabbed it, it showed it falling off onto the floor. But still, that lady don't know if they just lying, just trying to say, to get $50, you know what I'm saying? But still, for y'all to choke her and tell her she can't leave over $50 that wasn't even y'all's. You know what I'm saying? If he dropped it right there, he was gonna drop it outside or wherever. You know what I'm saying? So that's Caleb that lost his money. You know what I'm saying?
Who choked her? Go to the choker part.
Bro, you should have been really eating cereal. Y'all see how he do?
should be criminally charged for assaulting a 65-year-old grandmother.
Jason Miles is at the Austin County Courthouse where activists gathered earlier today, bringing attention to the video. Jason.
Hey there, guys. Yeah, the folks who gathered here today are demanding the DA file charges immediately, asking what else do you need other than this video?
But they haven't been charged. They say
Lindemann Grocery in Industry,
That's
Texas
how-
has been a hub in this tiny town since the 1880s. But longtime customer Betty Smith says she'll never be back.
I mean, they just jumped all over me and choked me in.
Surrounded today by Houston-based activists, including Quanell X,
This county has to stand up and do what is right.
Smith recalled a visit to the store on January 15th, during which she found a $50 bill on the floor.
And I said, well, look at here. I said, my lucky day.
But that quickly changed when she says a trio of store employees prevented her from leaving, locking the door before, as you can see in this footage, things turned physical, including after it appears Smith also made a motion toward an employee.
She was spitting all in my face, and I said, spit, please, don't come out of my mouth. I was too scared to spit in her face.
I'm told Smith's daughter was arrested after showing up on the scene and allegedly assaulting one of the employees, none of whom have been charged, although the store tells me it fired them immediately.
When you turn around and step on one of us,
So, what are your thoughts? All for $50 that wasn't even theirs. What you got to say?
Man, look. The Citizens Justice League. We have to establish our own, Shay. The Citizens Justice League, people. Listen, there's enough of us to come together, form our own society, apply for sovereignty, get our reparations. They owe us at least one state. I'm not talking about the size of Connecticut or nothing like that. I'm talking about the size of at least New Mexico. We're supposed to get one of these states. Out of 50 states, one of these is supposed to be the new Africa, right? Look, I got to play it again, y'all, because y'all didn't see the sneaky European chick try to kick it off. And there's always one of them like this.
No, that's the thing. She was trying to walk out, so the girl was standing right here. She was kind of like bumping her with the cart. And then that's when the other girl came and tried to, put her in the.
So if you look, the way I seen it, as soon as the chick locked the door, you know what I'm saying? She knew she was on her right there. Her right there. Nah. Look, soon as she locked it, she came up from behind. You know what I'm saying? You can see her going off right there. This chick right here. I don't know. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Couldn't have been my grandma.
Her granddaughter came up there and got arrested. She was down for the cause. She came in her robe. Like they called her, she was in the shower. She just grabbed the robe and went on. She was up there and got arrested because she started beating up the girl after they opened the door.
Let me tell you something. It couldn't have been my grandmama because she had 13 kids. You know how many grandkids that is? So, couldn't have been my grandma.
So do you feel that they should be charged? They fired them, supposedly. But do you feel that they should be charged for assaulting her? Over $50.
Europeans don't see African people as human on the level that they are. So if the DA is European as well, he or she's not even going to consider it, Nigger should have gave. Oh, that's say that. Should have gave that money back. You know, they were peaceful folk until she said no and tried to leave with the $50.
So what is it? Finders, keepers, losers,
No.
weepers, or finders, keepers? You better give it backers. It's like, what is it?
That looked like Trayvon Martin's to me. That looked like some Europeans jumping on an African person.
A old person is that? Because I'm pretty sure if it was a younger person, they wouldn't have did all that.
Look, if it had been a younger person, that person might be dead.
No, because they would have made it out faster out the door than Grandma did. I'm just saying. It took them a while, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all don't say that she's in that I get on everybody mentality. She don't understand. If it was a younger person, that young person would be dead. Because that would have been the case. Raise your hand if you understand what I'm saying. If you leave before the police get there, then the people that's still there that call the police, they're gonna put you in the worst light possible, and the police gonna come and shoot and kill you.
How they know who she is?
If they got cameras in the street, got cameras on the outside street, gonna have lights play, all that, it's gonna be a Tyree Nichols all over again. If it be a younger person, y'all, and the person would left and drove off with that money, it became a theft and a robbery because they confronted them. Yeah, that young person would be dead right now. We got his grandmama. If it had been somebody my age or my young like that, we'd be dead right now.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. You better her. Them people was wrong, but they was right. Europeans still feel like they can put their hands on us and do whatever they want to do to us.
But then if she would have slapped or put somebody in the chokehold, she would have been wrong.
The Citizens Justice League. Go to leadersinspiringvoices.wordpress.com or just Google the Muad'Dib Global website and go to the contact us page. Put in your request for an application to the Citizens Justice League. 10,000 applications. I'll apply for sovereignty myself and we'll have it. Unity is now available to us because leadership has returned. These things won't stop happening, Shay, until we form our own. Mm-hmm. Well, I have to show everybody. Appreciate you. I finished my cereal. All right, time to go. Tomorrow, 9:30. Let's go.
Bye.